everybody. This is Jimmy Hitchcock, and I'm here with Derek Tripp Roberts, and this is the Hitch and Trip Show. And we're here to talk about various things, politics, what's going on socially, culturally, and any and everything in between, right?
That's right. That's right.
All right. So we did a podcast before, and we talked about several things there. One is the election, one is Jonathan Majors, things like that. But I did go back and research the Jonathan Majors thing. All right. And what I did see is some things that may be different than what you saw. All right. And some of the things I saw probably the same things you saw, but I was wondering when I left, why was Derek Tripp Roberts so interested in Jonathan Majors? And lo and behold, when I get to the video, there's a white woman.
I didn't even realize that. Honestly, I swear to God, did not realize that.
Really?
And as God is my witness on my mom's grave, that was not why I brought that up.
Oh, really?
100%. It's interesting that that's the route you went.
Oh, yes. I mean,
no, that had nothing
to do with
that.
Okay.
And hold on. Going back to my sister who dated black guys. You know that, right?
Right.
From high school.
Okay. You didn't even think about it.
Yeah. Had nothing.
Is that why everybody's up in the uproar, though?
No. Everybody's in the uproar, bro, is because just like who's that crazy pedophile that we just figured out that's getting ready to go to prison the rest of his life, the rapper, everybody, Kumo D, not him.
Kumo D? You don't put...
P. Diddy. Thank you, Jesus.
You put Kumo D on pedophilia?
Well, I'm trying to get there, bro. Hold on.
Well,
P. Diddy.
You mixed up P. Diddy and Kumo
Do I look like somebody that knows the rap industry here?
Okay.
Huh? I mean, I'm listening to 50 Cent for the first time in 10 years today, trying to get ready to see you, bro. Come on.
I got
it. So,
okay, you got it.
And I like 50 Cent.
You like 50?
Anyhow, right. P. Diddy.
Diddy.
You know, that's why. That's how that actually came up is that. And what got me going down that road was watching on Entertainment Tonight, this man getting an award for perseverance from BET, and I'm like, That's what's wrong with America. Not just with the black community or white. That's what's wrong with America.
It is.
You're whipping your girlfriend's ass, white, black, I don't care who she was, on video, and you're and black folks are always blaming the court system. No, bruh. You walked in there with they walked in there with a video of you handing her the business.
Yes.
So no. Shame on you, Jimmy Hitchcock.
Okay, no, listen. So, sometimes I just think that sometimes white folks get OJ PTSD.
No.
Like, it's like an OJ PTSD. People start thinking, oh, this is OJ Simpson and, that type of situation.
No.
It's not. It wasn't that.
It's not that, and I totally get what you're saying, and I can appreciate that. Okay. And what I think what I'm going to try and convey to the black community, and I want you to convey to the white community, is you're trying to communicate to your community. I'm trying to communicate, and it's not racist to refer to us as our communities. That's our communities. That's who I talk to. That's who we are.
Yeah.
However, our communities have got to learn how to mesh this thing a little bit better. And just like what your perception was I was upset because he's whipping white woman's ass. Not at all. That was not. My whole thing was quit throwing the court system under the bus and making it out to younger black kids that you're not going to get a fair shake in the community, in the court system. I'm not saying that it's not skewed. I'm sure the statistics will show that. I completely will accept all that. However, don't walk up in there with them having a damn video and then show up 6 months later crying and getting some sweet little black lady to clean your tears off.
Yeah, that was kind of gross. But looking at the video, what I did kind of recognize was, he looked like he was giving her the business the car, giving her the business, right?
Yeah.
But then he took off running,
and she chased him.
And she chased him.
No, I agree. I completely agree.
Like, that is like a red, super duper, like burgundy flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is she running after a black man in the city?
Because she's a crazy white bitch.
Okay. That's what
I mean.
We agree there.
And I don't even need to throw in the word white. I mean, any chick that's gonna chase a man that just got done whipping your ass is crazy.
Right.
Okay,
That's
so
what I'm trying to
yes,
say.
yes. But on the flip side, you're Jonathan Majors. You're in Marvel.
Mm-hmm.
You're making millions of dollars. You've got it made, bruh.
Yes.
That video's out there. You know it's out there. You know what you do? You tell your attorney to sell this damn thing out.
Not only that, but you don't even turn around and touch the girl.
Exactly,
You
bro.
just jump
keep
out
going
the car
and use
and
as
you
your
start
defense.
running.
And use
You
as your
start
defense.
running.
Exactly. Yeah.
You
Exactly.
That's
exactly.
like the worst
Yeah.
possible thing that
Yeah.
he could have. Now, I've made some dumb mistakes and done some dumb
so
things
have I.
in my life.
So have I.
Right?
So have I. Yeah.
But putting your hands on that woman in that
Can't do it.
situation,
Can't do it.
you got cameras.
You got cameras.
I believe
You're
that's
famous.
one of the reasons why he started running, is because he realized
What he had done.
what he'd done. Now you have to make it.
Got to get away from the situation.
Got to get away from the situation. Make
You're
it
probably
make it
right.
better
You're
by
probably
getting
right.
away from the situation.
You're probably
and then
right.
she chased him,
Yeah.
and then she ends up in her closet, drunk or something, and like with her clothes off.
Make no bones about it.
I'm trying.
She's not somebody you need to be mixed.
You know, I don't really do the celebrity and the culture thing,
yeah,
but
yeah.
you know, just studying that, and I had to go back and
Yeah.
we did. No, he's not. He didn't go to Chapel Hill. He went to North Carolina School of Arts.
Everybody
in
out there.
Winston-Salem.
Everybody out there. It's very rare that I'm wrong.
Very rare.
So on that rare
Very
occasion,
rare.
I can admit it. I'm
Okay.
humble enough to say I was wrong. He went to UNC School of the Arts.
School of the Arts. Yes.
So,
and
yeah.
and the reason why that's significant for me is because that's
You
when
went to Carolina.
I went to Carolina, and
Yeah.
I thought he went to Carolina, so I was like, oh, that's
Yeah,
weird.
yeah.
But my daughter, she actually went to the North Carolina School of Arts
Okay.
in Winston-Salem, and that's where actually I live
Which is a
right
very
now.
good school.
So
Yeah.
it's kind of like, okay, kind of some type of link there.
Right,
You
right.
know, as far as off as it may be.
Yeah.
But I wanted to kind of revisit that.
Yeah.
You know,
We
just to-
clarified he didn't go to Carolina. He's not a Carolina man.
he's not a Carolina guy.
But
He's
we
not a
also
Carolina-
clarified
he's not a Tar Heel.
that he's on video whipping somebody's hind end.
I'm not denying that.
Yeah.
I'm
and
not
then
denying
also
that.
your community decided they want to step up and give him an award of perseverance. Now listen.
And you know what? You know what was even worse was the speech, bro.
Yeah.
It almost made me throw up.
Yeah.
Like,
and
I
there's
mean,
people clapping for it.
yeah. I mean, but you know what? I understand. I don't agree with it, but I understand. And the reason why they did it is to make him relevant again, because he was going to just completely be out.
And I don't think
with Hollywood.
Now hold on. Okay. Now let me clarify that. I don't think that he should be completely out of Hollywood. I don't necessarily know that he should have had his Marvel contract dropped.
Right.
It's a skirmish he got into, and I'll be the first one to see here. I'm former law enforcement, veteran, army discharge, all that shit, and we've all gotten ourselves into scrapes.
Right.
The best 2 days of my life I spent after me and my wife had a disagreement, and we both went to jail. And it was dismissed because the officers, they expanded a little bit more than they should have. But long story
Right.
short, I enjoyed those 2 days just sitting there by myself, reading my little book, and having them deliver me some food, and nobody could call me, nobody could mess with me. And now that sounds weird.
That is very weird.
But my
because
point is
that
everybody
spot-
everybody gets into a spot,
skirmish.
a little skirmish.
skirmish.
It's how you handle it afterwards, because you cannot tell me that every relationship is going to always click along and there's not going to be.
Oh, you're gonna have skirmishes in
yeah.
relationships.
It's just how you handle it
And
and
the
how you
thing,
move on.
the thing about it is, you don't quit.
Don't quit.
You don't quit.
And those who go to jail together, the marriages that go to jail together stay together.
Right.
That's not a saying. I just made
Right.
that up.
Okay. I like that one though.
It's kind of like that other one, and me and CJ were picking about this. Once you go black, you're always going to be a single mom.
What?
CJ, I'm on a roll, bro.
What?
I'm on a roll.
CJ, don't encourage this, man. Do not encourage this guy. Do not. No more.
That came from I heard that from a guy, buddy of mine who's black.
Okay.
And I told him what me and you were doing. He said, "Here, use this joke." And I said, He said, "Come on, man, just use it."
Some of these jokes you got to turn down.
So you got to tone them down.
You got to turn them down. Like,
Yeah, but he
no,
laughed.
I'm not using that.
He
one.
laughed and he said, "It's true though, bro. Come on. I mean, that's going on." And this guy's into politics,
Okay.
big time. And his problem with things is he feels like the lack of fatherhood in y'all's community.
Absolutely.
And I said, "Bro, it's the same problem in my community. Don't just throw it off on the black community, the white community.
But it's more pervasive in the black community, and government actually
forced it.
has stepped in and actually forced it to be
enabled it
what it is, and enabled the situation and made it such that some of the dads can't be in the house because if they're there, they're going to raise the rent prices.
That's sad.
Is that not sick?
Yeah,
that's one of the sickest policies ever created.
Yeah.
Right? The whole welfare system is really sick in a way that it separates the father or any type of male figure that goes into that home.
So you see that. You see that.
Man, that's been the case.
Because when I argue with some of my liberal friends, they're like, no, that's not. I was like, yes, that's the only community right now that's got it right is Jesus' community. I mean, if you look at Jesus' community, well, all the ones that I'm dealing with, and I've got a lot. I mean, the family nucleus,
the family unit in nucleus
in the Hispanic community
is better,
is strong, bro.
Right, it's better. It's better than most Americans.
Yes.
Right, most Americans.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, we can go on and on about the welfare system and politics all day, but I would like to go back to the debate and the president situation.
I would too.
Okay. Let me hear what you have to say. Let me hear what you have to say about the whole Biden situation.
Sad.
Yeah.
Sad.
But give me some. Analyze it, because there's a lot of people that's going to vote for him whether he's in the urn.
Because they hate Trump. Because there's a Trump derangement syndrome is really a thing. And I can say that because I have worn the Trump hat out in town in Boone, North Carolina, which is extremely liberal.
Boone's liberal?
Oh, bruh.
I mean, it's Appalachia, but
it's
every really that
kid.
liberal?
Oh, it is. They got people protesting, supporting Palestine on the corner of the street. They got...
Man, that's college kids.
The college, and that's right. So Boone, now hold on. Boone folks, good old mountain folks. Right, mountain I mean, folks, they are, cut you firewood.
But the kids that's coming from...
have come off the chain.
Right. Oh.
Out there supporting Palestine. They don't know if they're a him or he or a she, or they don't know what the hell they've got between their legs. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. And that's the way it is. Stickers on my car, rather than say give peace a chance, my sticker says give war a chance. And I do that.
Why?
To make them talk. I saw a girl the other day taking a picture of my give war chance, and I knew she's going to go to wherever she was going to go, and she's going to talk about this, big red, dumb redneck,
Right.
But she don't
know who she's talking to.
Right. But she's having a conversation.
About.
Now, if I ever got a chance to talk to her or her friends, I'd say, listen to my version of this.
Right.
Okay. It's always been war that has stopped tyranny, stopped Hitler, stopped Stalin. That's what it takes. Mm-hmm. You live in this weird world where you think that it's all daffodils and pansies, and that ain't how life works. Mm-hmm. It's going to take strong men standing there with weapons to stop evil.
Well, we can agree to disagree there. I don't think that. I think it may sometimes have to come down to war. I totally agree.
Right.
But I think the culture of war is it's not an ancient thing.
No,
it's not
from day one.
Right.
We've been trying to kill each other.
No, I don't think so.
How about Cain and Abel, bro?
We're gonna talk about that, and we're gonna talk about history of war.
Okay.
History of war and religion.
Yeah.
Because they coincide.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So war and religion coincides, but we're gonna talk about one on one show. But let's stay on the president.
Yeah. It's sad and it's even more. It's disturbing what the Democratic Party has done to the Democrats, and it's also sad. Hold on, It's also sad that I'm watching, and this is what flies all over me and makes me mad about politics. And I saw it today, and I know it's going to happen. And it's a famous black lady who's been in the Democrat Party for years, and she's screaming.
Which one?
I think it's Donna Brazile.
Okay.
She's screaming at...
Donna Brazile, yes. Donna Brazile.
She's screaming.
She's very smart.
Yes, super smart. I respect the hell out of the woman.
She's very smart. Yeah.
Screaming at the lady on CNN. Who the hell are you going to switch them out for? And if you switch them out for another white guy, you think... And I get what she's saying, but we've got to stop talking like that.
Right.
You got to do what's right for the country. All she cares about is keeping Kamala next in line.
Right.
And no offense.
No,
she's an idiot. Kamala is an idiot.
Oh, that offends me.
Okay, tell me why.
Because we know that a woman can't she can't be an idiot and be the vice president.
Okay, so what word can I
So
use?
how is it that she propelled herself? I mean, she has to be supremely intelligent to be a black woman and a vice president of America.
But why does she have to be a black woman?
I'm just saying,
yeah.
you're saying she's an idiot, and I'm saying you cannot have that type
That doesn't
of
coincide. You're saying it doesn't coincide.
It doesn't coincide.
Yeah, okay.
You have to have the credentials. You have to have the toughness, the grit, and the intelligence to be there. Now, is she fit to be president? No.
So what? Okay, so
I'm not
what,
saying that.
So what?
But I'm saying you can't just deem her and say and mark her as an idiot. That's disrespectful to Kamala Harris.
Okay, so what word
and
can we
she's
use?
hot too.
You think she's hot for real?
Yeah, I do.
Really?
Yeah, I think she's hot.
Okay.
I'm a little weirded out by she's sexy.
Just because of her position, I think.
Nah,
Yeah,
she was sexy
CJ
before the position.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, here's the problem I have with her. And I want you to come up with a word I'm allowed to use.
Okay.
And I appreciate CJ for clarifying something on a word I used last week.
Okay.
But what word can I use to exude the way that I feel about it? And the reason I use the word idiot is because to me, she's bumbled.
Tell me why you feel so.
She's bumbled around. What has she
What
done?
has she done? Yeah. What does any vice president do? Tell me something that Joe Biden did when he was with Barack Obama.
He made millions of dollars from Ukraine and China. That's a fact.
Okay. But what did he do for America?
For his family.
What did he do for America, though?
That shows he's not that much of an idiot. I'm trying to help you.
I'm just saying, give me one thing that you know that one vice president did in history that's relevant.
What's that?
Give me one thing.
What's that knucklehead that was with Clinton that got caught? I think getting a hand job from
Gore?
his massage. Yeah.
Al Gore?
Yeah. Look at it. Look,
he got a hand job? That was significant, but it didn't affect America.
But no, here's what he did. It was significant for America. All this Green New Deal bullshit that y'all like to claim, and all this, the world's going to end next month because of global warming.
Well,
and it has yet to happen. You know how much money has been spent because of that? Now listen to me. And I do believe, but I don't bite into it. But there are things in my life that I have changed because of Al Gore. And I never thought that I would admit that.
What did you change, bro?
Well, like I drive a smaller truck than I normally would.
You got a Cadillac Escalade out there, man.
It doesn't have the biggest motor I can get.
What?
It doesn't have the biggest motor I can get.
I got a Prius, man.
Yeah, and that's...
Hey, you know what Justin called it? He called it the Biden Mobile.
Should be called the Gore Mobile.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, come on, give me something, man. You're not giving me anything.
Okay.
Give me something that says...
That's significant, though.
I'm talking about something that a vice president has done ever.
I don't think I can. Yeah,
Right, nobody can name.
But let's do
anything.
this. Let's do this.
So let's stop pretending that
she's awful, dude. She's
how
awful.
can you tell? That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think she can be president.
Okay.
I think that they're going to have to put Gavin Newsom in, and they will. I'm telling you right now, they're going to do it.
How are they going to do it?
Oh,
every black woman in America won't vote for.
Yes, they will.
They will
man.
not.
They're gonna fall right in line, just like they have been.
I don't think they will.
Yes, they will. They will show up to vote against Trump. Right? They will vote. They will. And I'm gonna tell you something.
Trump can't.
This is one thing that I think that Republicans do fear is someone competent arguing against Trump.
100%.
Because he makes no sense.
No.
He lies all the time.
Y'all absolutely gave us. Now hold on. I knew you were going to go there.
Right.
Bill O'Reilly, who we all like.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I like Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah. Well, the reason I like Bill is because he calls it both sides. And he counted up how many lies Trump told.
Oh yeah.
And how many lies
Biden told.
And it was
neck and neck. Right.
So
right. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It was
so
neck
let's be
and
honest.
Neck. But I'm saying there was some softballs that was thrown.
Yes.
To Biden that he whiffed on 100 times, bro. Like
he had just pooped his pants. He wasn't thinking about the questions. Come on, bro. It was after 8 o'clock.
I'm saying, I think if you just do the polling numbers right now, if they replace Biden right now with Gavin Newsom would probably be within 2%.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
Yeah.
So
would you vote for Gavin Newsom, knowing his policies in California?
Man, I'm telling you, I'm with right now. Me and you going out and trying to find some moderate
to bring him on the show.
To bring him on the show and say this is our guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like, who is that? Who?
I don't know. You give me some guys.
Do you like Tim Scott?
I do like Tim.
Okay.
I do like Tim Scott. Tim's is just a little bit cringe-y in ways, though. He just...
You know I don't like him? And
Why?
This is awful.
Why?
This shows I'm a small man.
Okay.
When he smiles, you can see his gums. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
It scares me.
Yeah, I saw the Fat Albert...
No, I didn't even know. I didn't even go that route.
Yeah, I saw the
I haven't even thought about the Fat Albert deal. But
yeah.
when he smiles, it rolls back, and I'm like, come on, bro.
He's so much of a politician.
And I don't like that.
I hate that.
I hate that. He's too much of a
I'm telling you, like, everybody who's doing the thing where they speak all eloquent and they have these punchlines and they have this diction that's really sweet and pretty and pure.
Yeah.
And then Trump's out. He's
that's why. But
he talks ABCs.
And the thing is,
ABCs 1, 2, 3s.
And you're absolutely
that's it.
You're absolutely nailing the point. Why so many people just like him? Just because he just
I mean, some of it is ACDs and 4, 5, 3s. But he's just saying things that's direct. He's not talking in these circles. And having these pretty speeches. Yeah. That's like Tim Scott. He's got that problem. And what's the guy?
Doug Burgum?
For the House that leads the House now for the Democrats.
Mike Johnson for the Democrat. Hakeem Jeffries.
Hakeem Jeffries.
Yeah.
Like he's got pretty speech.
Yeah.
But nobody wants to hear it anymore.
Yeah.
Everybody has started to turn off. Turn them down. That whole mute those people that talk with diction and talk these talk this pretty talk and if I can give the Democratic Party just a small bit of advice, it would be stop trying to put those type of people forward. Yeah. Because that's not working that's not going to work anymore. No. You got a guy who's up there talking about any and everything that he want to talk about. His golf score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
says anything that he wants to say.
He's the epitome of the old white guy.
Right.
And that's who you put it forward.
Right.
And the Democrat Party for 20 years said, we're not doing the old white guy anymore.
Right.
And here we are.
Yeah.
And this old white guy is got sundowners. I don't care what anybody says. He's clearly got that.
Oh, he's done, man.
He's done. Yeah. And it scares the shit out of me because I have a son who's in the Air Force right now, and he had mentioned this before I realized what was going on, but he had mentioned that they were in a high state of alertness.
Oh, yes.
And I didn't know why.
I have a cousin that's on base.
Yep.
And he's telling me the same thing.
Like they're giving him time off and say, don't be out and about.
Right.
And that's purely because the Iranians saw how bad we performed.
Exactly.
And the CIA is getting all this chatter, and they're like, now's the time to start picking off some Americans.
I bet. Like, people are talking about, can he be president?
Can he make it?
Can he make it to the election?
Yeah.
And what's our country?
Yeah.
What's our situation?
Yeah.
Like right now, we have this guy making the decisions right now.
And our military is depleted.
And our military is depleted.
Do you realize we've given away all of our
to Ukraine.
To Ukraine.
Right.
And some to Israel, but
we got some stuff. We got some stuff left, but
it ain't good, bro.
It's not good at this point. And I mean,
you got the Chinese building a port in Brazil right now. Did you know that? Chinese military is building a port in Brazil. Double check which country, but it's a Central South American country.
I'm gonna have to check that out.
And it's a port. Why are they building a port in this country? Think about that. The Chinese military. Now, I'm the first one to say the Chinese and Russian aren't very well trained.
Man,
the thing they've got.
Man, we tear their ass up.
We would. but they've got so many. That's the problem, is their numbers. Yes, we would. I'm not. Yeah, that doesn't fret me.
I mean, we got too much. I
Yeah.
mean, our military is just
Too smart.
too smart,
Yeah,
too
too
strong.
swift.
You know, too swift.
So I'm going to ask you.
so much
I'm gonna ask
organization
you,
there.
What do you think? What do you think the Democrat Party should do that would work?
They have to replace him with Gavin Newsom. They have to, and he might lose.
Mm-hmm.
He might lose, but you have to put somebody competent in his position so that we'll have a choice.
Then why'd you not say Kamala?
Kamala's not ready, bro. Like
She's been the VP. She's been the one door down from the presidency.
I mean, people gonna probably hate on me because I'm saying she's not ready, but she possibly could be ready. She's seen a lot of what's going on, but I'm talking about ready to win.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Ready to win and being ready to be the president that's two different things.
Are those poll numbers rolling around the back of your head subconsciously?
Oh, I know for a fact that. Well, I know y'all gonna show up in droves to vote against her.
Bruh.
Big time.
Bruh.
Yeah, it's people gonna stand in line for 3.5, 4 hours just to vote against her.
We're gonna mail shit in.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm just talking about being realistic. Well, the Democratic Party's not been very realistic for a long time, but I'm talking about winning this election.
But Jimmy,
how are you going to win this election?
Y'all have let the Democratic Party get away. Your community has, because your community is the community that's come out staunch. Y'all don't care.
Back them whoever.
No matter
it is.
what, and it sounds good right now. And a year later, what happened to all these promises? A great example. Look in Chicago. Okay, Chicago has moved. The Democrat Party has moved in, along with the Catholic churches
Absolutely.
and NGOs, have moved in enough
Absolutely.
illegal immigrants. And I don't blame those folks for getting up and screaming and yelling. Why are you moving them into our schools and into all these shelters? Did you know that California and Gavin Newsom just spent $163 million on a luxury condominium complex, and they're going to fill it with homeless folks? Did you know that? Google it.
I have no idea.
Think about that. That's taking amount of your tax money. And the Supreme Court just changed the law.
Well, not ours, because that's California.
That's California, but he's using federal funds.
He's using federal funds.
Of course he is.
I'm going to check that out.
Of course he is.
I got to fact check
Okay,
that.
but here's what you got to look at. So, yes, it's California taxpayer money. But he's going to the federal government saying, hey, I need help with all this influx. So the federal government gives him money to help with the influx. So that's where all this, that's what people, it's a coconut shell game. They just move things around. And I have learned so much being in this little town. I wanted to take water out to this neighborhood. So I needed $3 million to do it. So I go to the state and ask the state for it. And they said, oh, we'll give you $3 million, but not for what you want it for. They always want to be in control. What the hell do I get to use it for? You got to replace some of your existing stuff before you take it out here. Well, I need to make more money for this town. So we need, you see but they control it. So Gavin Newsom, he can say, well,
California's huge. They got a lot of cash.
One of the biggest, one of the biggest economies in the world.
A lot of people moving out of there. And
would you live there?
No.
Have you seen how many?
Absolutely not.
Have you seen the homeless encampments?
I have.
That's sketchy, bro. Did you
I
hear about the Supreme Court, what they just said?
What did they say about it?
They just changed the law and said that the local municipalities have the legal right to run homeless people out. They cannot set up tents. They cannot be sleeping on sidewalks.
Oh, that's good.
It's great.
That's good.
It's great. Gavin Newsom actually embraced it.
The
L.A. County mayor said, no, we're not going to embrace it.
So
which is
Philadelphia's got this problem.
Chicago,
Denver, all of
New
them.
York,
Seattle.
Yeah. But next question, just like Coach Fleming said, a mental health situation. Okay.
Right.
When the government got away from actually taking, there's no more. Did you know there's no more places really send mental health people? So say Jesus gets nuts.
I do know that.
The sheriff's office has nowhere they can take him. So they take him and they stick him inside the jail, and he's got a mental health condition. He doesn't have.
Yeah, I've had some situations with my family.
We all have.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know this, that you can't, if there's a situation, you can't see a therapist or a doctor for almost 3 months.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean,
for any reason,
the mental health situation in America is so horrible.
Horrid.
It's horrid.
Yep.
And that's where the money needs to go. And we don't have enough therapists out there to meet the need, to meet the demand.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got
a little bit more time than I do. So, and I'll try. but genuinely look up, and there's some group that puts this out. How much money the U.S. government spent on stuff that people say we shouldn't spend on, and the number will fascinate. And it lets me and you have a podcast about that, because the problem that I have is,
I want to spend some time on that.
It's going to take me and you and CJ and Jesus to say, you know what, calling up our congressman and say, why are we giving? Why are you spending this money? Why are you spending this money? Right. I don't care about the mating habits of mosquitoes in Zambia.
Right.
That makes no. $15 million in my little town completely changes the way that we're running things. We were contemplating last night during our budget meeting having to cut a police officer. Yeah, because my little town, they don't understand simple finance, which is you have a budget and this is how much it costs to run the town. Mm-hmm. And they lowered taxes in a Biden economy. They went from one number to another. They dropped it to a full 12 cents last year, and it killed us.
I bet.
And so I'm in there screaming, hey, you gotta raise it back up. So they raised it back up to what it was 2 years ago, and I said, no, it needs going up to 60 cents, okay, which is still not a lot. It's like $14 per household.
And this is Newland, North Carolina.
Newland, right? And so literally, I mean, it was on the table to. Now I didn't say anything. If they would have said, we need to cut a position or I would have lost my shit on them. Right. Because that's not going to be okay, because we're the county seat and you can't put out the county seat doesn't have law enforcement. Now some people will say we have the sheriff's office that's right there with us. Well, yeah, but the sheriff's office is worried about other things, civil process, anyhow. But my problem is it's up to us as citizens to say enough's enough. You are taxing the shit out of me, out of everybody. Okay,
and spending it
on
what?
On what? On stuff that we don't need to be spending it on outside of our country. And that's why, for me, you asked me why I like Trump. That's why I like Trump. He does not want to spend this. Now, granted, I hear the argument that he went up $4 trillion and Biden's gone up $4 trillion. Right. I get it, but that's a problem that we need to all
rein in. Rein in. Yeah, we need to rein it in.
It's going to crash, bro.
I agree. I don't know how we can continue to go down this path, spending $4 trillion year after year after year after year without the dollar being devalued.
Decimated.
And this, what's going to happen once they start to see that it's going to be decimated. They're going to start and create a war.
Yep.
So that the currency goes up.
It goes up.
Right.
Yep.
So we need to go ahead and head it off at the pass and figure out who needs to be in there. I mean.
And you think Gavin Newsom?
I don't think any of the current bunch, the people that are swirling in the media, I just don't think that they are the people who should. I mean, this is going to be crazy, and people are going to say, "Man, you idiot!" But Ramaswamy,
loved him.
I like that dude. He can dial a couple of things back.
Loved him.
He can dial a couple of things back, but some of his common sense approaches, and just America first.
Yeah.
I was really like, he started to reach my ear.
Yeah.
And people gonna say, "Hey, that's crazy," blah blah blah. But
no, I love him.
But think about it for a second. Just let's take Ramaswamy. Mm-hmm. And put him on the stage against Biden.
Mm-hmm. Would eat his lunch.
Let's take
He'd eat Trump's last. He'd eat Trump's last.
Put him up against Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never going to happen because the media demonized him immediately and just deemed him as this crazy.
Right.
But he's a multi-billionaire.
Yeah, he's a billionaire. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
He seems to have a grip on a lot of the issues.
Yep.
But it'll never happen.
Do you know J.D. Vance?
Yeah, J.D. Vance.
Have you read his book or seen his movie?
I read his book. J.D. Vance seems to be kind of too in the religious realm for me.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like he's just way out there in the religious realm.
Yeah.
I feel like he's waiting on the next crusade or something.
Well, let's spend just a little bit of time on this, and I think this should be a whole nother podcast, and my wife's going to lose her shit on me about this, but the abortion thing, where are you at on that?
I don't believe in abortions, but I don't, just like I said, I think nuance, it's not one way but I can't control a woman's body, but I don't believe in abortion.
I don't believe in abortion.
I don't believe you should be able to, take a child's life.
I don't either. And the problem that I have with it is I don't have a problem with rape and incest and all that. Those are issues that have to be allowed for. Mm-hmm. The problem I have is everybody's screaming, well, 6 weeks, you don't even know you're pregnant. Yeah, you do. Did you know your wife or girlfriend was pregnant at 6 weeks?
Well, once 6 weeks roll around, that's when it starts getting, throwing up and getting sick.
Yeah,
and stuff
you know what's going on. So let's pick a time. Mm-hmm. The problem that I have is using it for a birth control measure. That's not right. That's not okay.
I disagree with that. You're using it as birth control.
Late term abortions should be illegal. The fact that Virginia was allowed to have the baby and setting it aside and keeping it comfortable until the mom made the decision, and then that's murder.
What? I mean,
that's murder, bro.
Is that what Trump was talking about in the debate?
And that's true. That was true. That's Snopes. So the Virginia governor actually said that. He said, our abortion bill will allow, if the mom, for whatever reason, it crests, and they'll put it in another room, keep it comfortable, until she decides. No.
I gotta do some research on that.
Yep.
I always try to hold opinion back until I get some, get an idea of what's going. We'll come back around to it. But if that's the case, that's terrible, man.
That's evil.
That's terrible.
That was one of the reasons why he lost. That governor lost in Virginia, and we've got Youngkin now. That and the school thing. Right. I think you and I are on the same sheet.
Yeah, I think it was more. Yeah, the school thing.
Well, the school thing. I think you and I are on the same sheet. I think once we start diving into the homo, trans, all that, and I'm hoping you're allowed to. CJ, help me. Are you allowed to use the word homo?
I don't. We'll just. We'll
honestly,
beep it.
And listen, we're products of the '80s. Okay?
Yeah, so I mean,
that was.
I don't know how to talk.
I don't know how I'm allowed to talk. I get around these kids these days. Yeah, and I don't want. I genuinely don't want somebody to think, oh, he's a bigot or he's this or whatever. Okay, the only thing that I will confirm for folks out there, I'm not a big fan of Muslims. I'm an Islamophobe. In that, now hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
In that, it's like that. And somebody of the Islamic faith will turn on you and get wildly murderous. What's the word? Okay, so that's what I am. I'm not.
You're talking about like those who adhere to the pure doctrine of the faith.
Pure, the Quran that says if the infidel does not convert to
kill them,
cut their head off,
right?
To remove the woman's
the Sharia law.
The Sharia.
You're talking about the Sharia law.
Correct. The one that's going around. The Hamas, the Hezbollah,
is Hamas Sharia law?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure about that. I have to check.
Well, then if they're not, then you just open a whole other realm of reason why I don't like them. Because at least I can understand.
Right.
This is why they're doing it. Okay. Right. I have never understood.
But I know what you speak of as far as the doctrine.
It's scary.
Of the Quran.
Of Quran, yeah.
Yeah, but. Yeah, it is definitely scary, but there are some people that adhere to a different form of Islam. There are some people that adhere to that form of Islam, but there are Christians today that will tell you we can't wait until Christ returns so we can put this sword to your neck.
Yeah, that's craziness.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
So it's some Christians out there doing that too.
More people have been killed under the name of Christianity than and that's during the Crusades.
Yes,
and I get that.
80 million people.
Yeah,
80 million people,
and I get that.
Tasmania, was completely wiped out.
Decimated.
All black. The whole island was black.
Yeah,
almost 6 million people decimated.
Yeah,
right.
Because
in the name
of Christianity. Yeah,
right.
Yeah,
Pope's pear.
Yeah,
taking that pear and putting it in female vaginas, and
I know,
and just destroying, like that was under the name of Christianity.
I know,
so religion as a whole, I'm not a proponent of.
Yeah. Me and you, that's gonna be a whole podcast.
That would be a whole different story. We'll talk about that later.
Let's come back around words, and I'm counting on you, CJ, because you're younger than us, and you're gonna give us the buffer. Like if I use the word, we're gonna talk about homos and trans. So, am I allowed to say that? Do I say LGBTQHIA? What the alphabet? I mean, do you see what?
Yeah.
We've got ourselves in a situation where it's not that I feel like I should stand up and say. I should just say no. I'm not going to play your stupid little game. God gave you a vagina or gave you a penis, and I'm gonna call you by respect. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Whatever that is, it's just frustrating me that we're in a situation where we're even allowing that, and that if you give
I don't
them
know
pushback,
how we got here, but how it went from the Quran to this.
because the Muslims, they kill gays.
Oh, okay. So that's how you tie. That's how you're tying it together.
Well, is that not true?
It is true.
They throw them off roofs.
Yeah. So so that's how we're tying it together. But okay. Well, the things that I want to talk about are political. Some we'll talk about that's cultural. But we can end it today.
Let's hold the end for this one last question.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you think it's okay to put Steve Bannon in jail? I mean, he's in jail now. Do you even know what I'm talking about?
Is Steve Bannon in jail?
He's in jail for 4 months, bro. You know why?
Why?
He refused to come in and talk to Congress. Do you know how many current Biden administrative people have refused to come in and talk to Congress, and they're not in jail? That's why he's in jail. He's in jail for. It went to the Supreme Court.
Man, I gotta continue.
Yeah, what are you doing? I'm not even on Facebook, and I know all this. Come on,
right,
bro.
I'm bad right now, but I'm
checked in.
I will know current
months.
events. 4 months.
If we're gonna be doing this podcast, bro, you gotta step up.
Okay, I'm step up, man. I'm step up. But Steve Bannon 4 months in jail,
and it went to the Supreme Court because
how many people have not?
Think about that. How many people have not gone and testified before court? And
hundreds.
Congress and hundreds, and nobody's gone to jail. Jim Jordan.
Jim Jordan did.
Yeah, Jim Jordan did it. Comey did it. Merrick has done it 3 times this year that I know of.
Yeah.
And right now, Steve Bannon, just because he said, I'm not coming to answer your questions about January 6th, because you've got all the transcripts. You've got my text message.
They got all the information.
Yeah, they got all the information.
Yeah.
And he's sitting in jail.
It was live. It was streamed live. To the world.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see.
Yeah.
So.
And I'll go ahead and put myself on record. That was abhorrent.
It was bad.
That was bad. I mean, I don't care what you say. That was bad.
You can't
defend that.
You can't defend it. I mean, there are a lot of you guys out there defending it, though.
Oh, trust me.
A lot.
Trust me.
And I just want them to say, you know what? It was real, and it was real bad.
Yeah.
That's all I want them to say.
Yeah, and I used to actually jump on that bandwagon. But now, wait a minute. There were no guns involved, so how could it be an insurrection? Okay.
Right.
And let's be honest. If you watch the bulk, 75% of 80% of the videos, they're standing inside. They're the worst protesters. That's why we need black folks to help us with our protests. They're the worst protesters. Look at it. They stayed inside of the little velvet robes. Did you see that?
Kind of.
Bras would be burning some shit down.
I saw some scaling of the walls, too. I saw some scaling of the walls.
Well, that was because they couldn't get up the stars. There's too many people.
And I saw some flags just flying around, hitting, swinging.
There was some uncool shit. I get that. Okay?
A lot of
But there's a lot of it. Like the guy with the headrest. What was his name? The guy with the... They put him in prison until the judge was showed the actual videos, and the judge said, wait a minute, this guy can't be in prison for this. And then he let him out. Google it. You'll see. Okay, it's just the way the government has gone after these people that everybody has a problem with. Okay? And what charge are you charging these people with? The only charge you can get them for is trespassing.
Right.
That's not a fucking 4-year federal sentence,
But what about the people that had weapons?
Now, nobody did. There was not one knife found. There was not one gun found. But here's the problem I have. You assault a police officer, every one of those people that were fist fighting the police
and
should go to jail. Should go to jail. Now, on the flip side, some of those police officers, I call them out. I think they're traitors because they didn't do their job the way they should have. The minute they knew it was going to happen, lock it down.
Enough people, man.
Bro, you can lock it down. It's the White House. Come on, it's the Capitol building.
True.
Let's me and you go up there right now, okay? And let's see how far me and you can get.
Yes, not the White House, but it's the Capitol.
The Capitol. It's all the same. It's one button and the place is locked down.
It's not the same.
But
I understand what you mean, though.
Yeah.
I understand what you mean. Okay, so the next conversation that we're going to have next time we come here, what are we going to talk about?
You tell me. You got to come prepared, though. You pick something you can be prepared on.
Bro, I was prepared for the Jonathan Majors thing, man. Like, you were totally wrong on that.
I wasn't totally wrong. He went to a UNC.
He went to UNC, but the North Carolina School of Arts.
Okay.
And you said that all the rest of it, I think you were right.
Yeah. Really? That's what you're going to hang on, Jimmy?
But the crazy white woman part you left out.
Honey, I didn't even know. You're the one that brought that up.
Honey.
I had no idea.
Honey, no, dude, you can't call me honey, man. That's yeah, pause. Yeah, like Nate said, pause. Let's pause right there. Yeah, so
Literally had no idea it was a white chick. Honest to God.
okay, all right, if you say so.
I do know Tim Scott's dating a white girl.
OJ PTSD. That's all. That's all.
That's a myth for majority of white folks. We don't get that. You know.
All right, man. Well, hitch and trip. Do it next time, man.
All right, buddy.
All right.